So, this is some very sad news, very strange news. I don't know how to discuss this, but the reason why we're bringing this up, and if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see the title of the video, you know what's coming, and if you're watching this, listening to the podcast through Blog Talk Radio, you might not know what's coming. Sorry that we're going to drop this bombshell on you. Not safe for work. If you get triggered by what I'm about to say, then please, when you hear it, just turn it off and just go have fun doing something else. I might even put in the description below where to skip to if this is something you don't want to hear about. Basically, the creator of Rurouni Kenshin, the manga, so his series, because he made the new series, the Hokkaido Arc,
Yeah.
which we talked about earlier on the show in an earlier episode, which is why I felt the need to follow up with this.
Right.
He was arrested on child pornography charges, which
Yeah.
you think that's the worst and frankly the weirdest thing about this. Not that his manga was is on hiatus, which they didn't use the word canceled. They used the word on hiatus, which is fucking weird. I don't know if that's just an industry term, but it's like, wait, is there a chance this is coming back? Because what the fuck?
Right.
Sorry, but it's a weird term to use. That's the first thing. The second thing is, you would think the weird thing is that he was arrested for this, which obviously, yes, right? I mean, we don't know the guy, so it's not like we're sitting here like, I would have never guessed, because we don't fucking know him. The reason why it's weird is because if people don't know the circumstances, apparently it was at work. Like, reading the articles and reading what people were talking about them, apparently the articles in question, whatever he had in question, yes, numerous DVDs. Apparently, they were stored at an office in Tokyo.
Right.
What the fuck? I know it's wrong that he had them, regardless. But what the fuck?
Yeah.
I know we're not trying to sit here and say, oh, well, he should have. Like, we're not giving fucking tips here.
No.
But what? They were at work? And apparently, I've been reading some comments in the comment section. Apparently, he owned them when they were legal in Japan. Because there was a point when... because the way the DVDs worked was... Apparently, they weren't, like, homemade or weird shit like that. Apparently, they were actually sold commercially.
Right.
Or in some way or another, because there were recent laws that were passed. I don't know how recent, but they were recent enough where Japan was like, you know what we shouldn't have on DVD? Nude teen girls. And it was like, well, actually, yes! That is something you should not have on DVD. And again, some of this, I don't know if some of that is considered speculation, but what's not considered speculation is the fact that he was arrested. He did have those DVDs at his office at work. And apparently the cops were there just to be like, hey, we think there's some fraud going on with the company. I don't know if it was like tax stuff, but there was a different investigation. Right. And basically the authorities were searching. Okay, yeah, so they were searching Watsuki's home. And then they linked him to the purchase of DVDs with that on it. Right. And then they found them at his job. Either way, the freakiest thing to me out of all this, which you would think already, it's like, this is weird enough. The fact that in his deposition, Watsuki allegedly said, which is weird that it's alleged because, like, you would hear him say it. I don't know what's alleged about it. I guess maybe they don't have cameras in their courts the way we have ours, I guess. I don't know. But he allegedly said that he liked girls in late elementary school to around the second year of middle school. Okay, so I have to go wash away the sin, because holy shit. And I think, I honestly don't know how to react to this. I'm not a fan of Rurouni Kenshin. Not that I am against it. I just never really got into it. You're a huge fan of Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes.
I want to say that I'm sorry, but I also want to put out something that I don't know if this is the right time to have the discussion. If people disagree, then please put it in the comments below. I just feel like we can't deny what he personally did. Because, right?
Of course not.
However, he isn't and some people might get it might sound controversial here, but like, please hear me out, everybody. He's not Woody Allen, whereas he doesn't star in his own series.
Mm.
So to me personally, and I don't know how other people feel about this, I don't feel like, and again, I know nothing about Rurouni Kenshin, so maybe you can shed some light on this, but I feel like there's nothing in Rurouni Kenshin that would make me think, if I start to read it or watch it, oh God, this guy likes little girls.
Yeah, no.
There aren't any like lowly type characters. There aren't any sexual situations like harem animes and weird stuff like that. Like, does that happen in Rurouni Kenshin? Because you would know, you've read that stuff before you knew about
it's been a while since I read through the series, but nothing like that comes to mind within the series. Right. So, yeah, it's kind of an...
No, it's a
rough bad situation because I love this series, but
then does this affect your appreciation for the series? Because I have no attachment, so I don't feel like it affects me, or it would affect me, because again, Woody Allen stars in his own movies.
Right.
So to me, I see Woody Allen, and I'm like, no, you are dating your stepdaughter.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, there are usually, like, within the manga itself, there are, little notes from the editors or the author, the author himself. Mm-hmm. So, like,
so in a way, he has put himself into it, if you will.
Yeah, here and there.
Okay.
Like, it's that odd, like, because I don't know how to feel about the position half the time about the idea of separating the art from the artist at times.
Right, of course.
You can still appreciate Rurouni Kenshin as the series that it is, but not support the author in these allegations.
So what does that mean? Because what I mean by that is, does that mean we don't... I'm not saying to pirate, but does that mean we don't buy the anime? Or does that mean we don't buy the manga? Because, I mean, I don't know. Like, are his rights to get royalties now scrapped because he's going to be facing jail time?
Right.
Because
even with the new series that was coming out in Weekly Shonen Jump, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been put on hiatus, but if there was any way that production could still go through just with him removed from the picture, which... I really don't know if that's even possible because he does so much of the story work and artwork for it.
Yeah, so. I hate to say this, but at least for the time being, I think it should be canceled. Yeah. For the time being. Now, maybe 10, 20 years from now, he's changed. They don't find that shit, not only at work, but anywhere in his fucking life. Then he comes back to finish it or to do something. Yeah, okay. But I think right now it needs to be canceled. I can't imagine a world where I would look at you and say, hey, let's do a podcast on the Hokkaido arc now.
Yeah.
I still think... by the way, I want to mention, you said that's how you feel about the manga. Does the anime change anything differently for you? When you take it away from him in the sense that he didn't draw the anime.
Right.
He didn't dub over any of the voices in the anime. He's not in the anime. Does that change it for you or no?
I mean, he's still the creator.
Yes, okay. Because, for me...
It's just kind of all around a bad... Because I have a collection of the manga, and I do want to finish it. So I'm in a very, very... awkward position here because I do love this series, but I don't necessarily want to send money either. So
yeah, I think we'd have to... I legit would suggest that you and I off camera kind of look into the logistics of this, because if he doesn't get any money from it,
right,
I mean, I don't feel like I'm supporting him then.
Yeah.
But if he's getting residuals from it, even with going to jail, it's a little awkward. Also, to be fair, though, I don't know if he has a wife or not, but if he has a wife and kids...
does.
Okay.
So she's actually mentioned, too, because she was helping work. She's also a novelist and helping work on the new arc that was coming out.
So if she gets the money and not him, I might buy double the copies. Because she didn't fucking... As far as I know, she did not fucking provide these DVDs. She has nothing to fucking do with these DVDs. So if she's getting his money... I'll fucking start buying Rurouni Kenshin tomorrow.
Right.
I gotta be honest, because she has, as far as I know, has nothing to do with this. And it's horrible that she's working on this with her husband. And imagine getting that phone call. Oh my God, we're getting canceled? Was it not popular? Oh, no, it was popular. Then what happened? Oh, my husband is in jail? What for?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Right.
I mean, that is just completely horrifying for her. And I know there are going to be people out there that are going to say, well, what about the kids? Well, obviously, it's horrifying for the kids that were on these DVDs. Again, I don't know what about it. I don't know how the DVDs worked. And also, not that this makes it any better, but it's not like these were homemade DVDs. So as far as we know, he didn't actively find children to do this to. Which, again, doesn't make it any better. It's not like he should be in jail for less time or he should be roaming the streets. Yeah. I just want to make it clear for people who, might be wondering, like, well, what the hell's going on here? Basically, like I said earlier, these DVDs were found in his not his home office, in his office in Tokyo. But it's not a home office. Which I know you could say, well, and, with all the hours that they work, that's basically like his home, his office. But why? It's just really weird. I guess maybe the thought is, because now we know that he has a wife, maybe he didn't want his wife to find them. But he's gonna put them at.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. How about that? Just don't fucking have the DVDs. Yeah. That would be a good thing not to do, right? Don't fucking do that.
And
Jesus
these charges
Christ.
come up with, at least imprisonment for a year and fines of up to 1 million yen, which is about $8,800 US. So not that
now,
any amount of time or money is.
Well, but here's the thing though. Here's what's weird. Here's the weird thing. So first off, only a year. Why? I know I just said he didn't, allegedly, from the looks of it, he didn't do any of that himself on the DVD. But he still bought that. So if he only goes to jail for a year over this, it better be because he, ended up squealing on the ringleaders. Yeah. Whoever sold that to him. That's the only way I would be comfortable with him being in jail for minimum a year. If he squealed on everyone who sold that to him, and they find out that the people who sold that to him are the ones that took the video and took advantage of these girls. Yeah. Right? That is the only way I'd be okay with that. Because if he only goes to jail for a year, sure, the fine is good in the sense that you want to fine someone over some creepy shit like that, take their money, and put that back into the economy. It's still strange to say only a year and that much of a fine when you have this. Right. And multiple ones, too, from the sounds of it. It's not like he had one random DVD or, one weird, sketchy manga. Mm-hmm. He had multiple DVDs. So, only a year, in a way, is really disturbing to me. I think that's actually the most disturbing thing out of this entire. You would think the story itself, you would think the crime itself would be disturbing, but I think the repercussions, the potential repercussions, are the scariest. Now, I'm not saying throw him in jail and lock away the key. I do believe in reform, and if we find out that he never physically hurt anyone, he should be in jail, but I don't know if he should be in there for life. I don't know if he should be killed. Right? I don't know if he should receive capital punishment if he never actually hurt another human being. But obviously this is taking pleasure in the harm of other human beings by owning these DVDs. So of course he needs to be in jail for some amount of time. Yeah. I just don't know what I don't know what the amount of time would be. I do know, however, that a year is really fucking short. These are real girls. If this story was about animated women, then it'd be a whole different conversation, right? I'd be like, even if they were animated and underage, I'd be like, but they're not real. I wouldn't partake, but they're not real. But these are real people. These are real children that are on these DVDs. So only a year, that's terrible. The fact that the Hokkaido Arc is on hiatus. It's unless it's only going to be his wife working on it for the future, It should be canceled. And I don't know how to feel. And I know I don't want it to seem like it's only about us and it's only about the fans. Because, again, there's so much other stuff going on right now. But I don't know when else we could have the conversation, really, in regards to this show of does someone's does someone's past or does someone's personal life affect the art that they do. And honestly, I think, I know you, for you, it might seem like it would affect it, or it could potentially affect it. For me, I think it only affects it if you see their face or if they are a big part of, because look at the Harvey Weinstein situation. He produced a lot of very popular movies.
Right.
I don't know if I would sit back and say, well, we can't watch Ghostbusters. Because I believe that's under his belt. I believe.
Right.
We can't watch Ghostbusters because Harvey Weinstein produced it. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't appear. If he appeared in Ghostbusters, ooh, that would hit hard. I don't know if I could do that. Right? But because he's never appeared on camera, as far as I know, it doesn't affect me watching movies that he produced. However, of course, I want that guy in jail, right? I want him at least on trial. And it's frankly disgusting that he hasn't yet, but that's a different podcast altogether. That's a different story altogether. But in this case, the author is on trial, apparently. And the court hasn't decided anything yet. He's still, awaiting sentencing. But yeah, I feel really bad that we have to talk about this. But again, we mentioned the Hokkaido Arc earlier, and I feel like it would be very strange if we just kind of glanced over this. This very, it's a controversial piece of news, and we don't usually talk about that here. But again, I feel like it would be very strange if, you see an episode where we're all gung ho, like, hey, look, new Rurouni Kenshin. And then when this pops up, we remain silent.
Go silent, right?
Yeah,
it wouldn't be right.
Yeah, I don't think it would be right. But I don't know what to say to the people listening right now or people watching right now. Like, I feel weird saying comment below, right? Like, I don't know what you would say. I don't know what you would add to the discussion. Please do if you feel the need to. We don't disable comments on our videos. We want to hear what the fans have to say. However, as we wrap this video of this article up, we want to say be very civil. Because no matter what, it doesn't matter if you're a fan of the series or not. It doesn't matter if you're not a fan of the series or not. The man did something terrible. Yeah. These were real people. And even if you say, well, they weren't real in the sense that he didn't do it himself, it was a video, still there needs to be repercussions. You can't just let him run free.
Right.
And at the very least, if he runs free, you can't let him be making money off of this manga for at least a bit. We talk about people losing their jobs over doing disgusting things. Yeah. He can't, even if he's free for some reason, even if he's free after a year, I don't think a year is a minimum for us to all say, great, now let's start paying you not just royalties, but let's just have you do the Hokkaido Arc. It's like, no. No. I don't know when it would be, right? I'm not judge, jury, executioner here. I don't know what a time frame would be. Yeah. But I don't think a year is the appropriate time frame. Is Patchy asleep on you? Or is she? Yeah.
Well, she's yawning.
Oh, okay. Because I would love for you to just throw in front of the camera. We need something happy. Yeah. We need to end this on something. Is she in the shot? Can people see? Okay, good. As long as people can see the cat and just focus on the cat. I don't know how else to end this other than saying let's focus on the cat. It's adorable.
Right.